Welcome. How about this? Good evening. That was okay, but you guys can do better. How about good evening? Oh, I love it. My name is Brad Burke. I'm the Associate Vice President from the Office of Innovation and the Executive Director of the Rice Alliance. We are so pleased to welcome you to the 24th edition of the Rice Business Plan Competition. How about a round of applause for all you? We've got a couple of announcements before we go into our elevator pitches, but first, we've got about a 1-minute video to kick off the competition, and let's see if I can get this thing kicked off.
Welcome to the 2024 Rice Business Plan Competition, powering founders, shaping the future. 42 startup teams from 36 universities are here to compete and ignite the growth of their startups. These student founders are at the forefront of innovation. They are enhancing renewable and future energy sources, improving health outcomes with advanced medical tech, creating the next big thing in consumer products, or spearheading revolutionary digital technology. The judges and community at the Rice Business Plan Competition are here to support the visions of the next generation of founders and power their futures with more than $1 million in prizes. You represent the very best in ingenuity as founders, competitors, and entrepreneurs. Over the following 3 days, startups will pitch to an audience of 300 judges, gain access to mentorship and investors, and compete for big money to take their passions to the next level. See which startups will rise to the top at the 24th Annual Rice Business Plan Competition. The competition begins now.
All right. All right. Welcome. So, like in past years, we have 42 universities that have been invited to come to Houston to compete for over $1 million. And your logos are up on the slide right now. Over the terms of applications this year, we had over 450 applications. So you know what that means. There was less than 10% acceptance rate for you guys. That's pretty close to what the acceptance rate is to get into Rice University as a freshman. And we are glad you're here. You're already winners. How about a round of applause for all the startups that are here? I even see some smiling faces down below, so I can't believe you guys, because I know you're not listening. You're thinking about your 60-second pitch. But I even see some smiling faces down below. We have in the competition about 350 judges. You guys are sitting up in the back, and some of you may be up top. We are so pleased. Most of the judges for the competition are investors, either angels or venture capital or early stage private equity investors. We have corporates, we have service providers, we have folks that are mentors and here to help you. How about a round of applause for all the judges? And I put the picture of this because I was going to hold this up. This is a Banafee leather notebook that the judges are getting this year as a gift. Now let me tell you, Banafee was a finalist in last year's competition. Banafee produces leather made of banana product. It smells like leather. I was going to say banana. It looks and smells like leather. And they went on, after being a finalist in last year's competition, to win $1 million from the Hult Prize. They were the one team that won the Hult Prize. And so, look, all of you down below, we expect that you guys will have similar success both at the competition and beyond. So thank you to the teams. Thank you to the judges. All right. So how was the weather today in Houston? As I think Peter, I'll introduce in a minute, said last night, this is Chamber of Commerce weather. And for those judges who've been around a while, they've seen this slide 24 times. But I will tell you, if you're new to Houston, Houston is where the weather is always 72 degrees. And the question is, am I going to use this slide for another 24 years? And the answer is yes. Sorry to those judges that are here. I will tell you that, so I fixed this slide last night. So the lows on this slide are the real lows. I have to say the highs are not a little bit higher than 72 for over the next couple days, but we're not counting. But it's a little bit warmer than 72, but not much. Look, it's my pleasure now to welcome you, as he does every year, the Dean of the Rice Jones Graduate School of Business. Peter has been at the school since 2016. He has had a transformative impact on the business school. Enrollments and degrees are at an all-time high. He's launched a new online program since he's been here, launched a new hybrid program. He has we're about to start construction on the next wing of this building, and we can't wait because as soon as you do that, Peter, we're going to expand the business plan competition to 84 teams. All right, please give a big Houston, Texas welcome to Peter Rodriguez, my boss.
Thank you, Brad. Thanks, everybody. I don't know if you know this. This is the most exciting night of the year at Rice University. If you've never done this before, buckle up. It's a thrill, and it's really wonderful to be a part of it. Everybody out here in the community really makes this happen for us, and that's why when I came here 8 years ago, I told the president of Rice, I said, this business school has the greatest strategic foundations of any business school in the country. It's because we're in Houston, Texas. We have the resources and the reputation of Rice University. We have great leaders like Brad Burke, who puts on this incredible competition with a great staff, like Catherine, who's calm over there. I don't know how you stay so calm doing all this, but does a wonderful, wonderful job. We have tremendous volunteers like Samantha, who does this for us free of charge, I believe, and so that's really generous as well. But this is really exciting, and we're really happy for all of you here in front, and we're really here for all of you here in front. If there's one message I can give you, it's that you are what you stand for, and we really do stand for entrepreneurship at the Jones Graduate School of Business and at Rice University. What you do is important. Entrepreneurs change the world. Entrepreneurs make the world better for people through their activities. Investors make the world better through the risks they take when they sometimes win and they sometimes lose. But what you do has high merit and high value, and you do it through technology and innovation and all the things that universities are about. So in many ways, you embody the best of all of that together. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking part in this wonderful, enriching competition. You are already the better for it. You will be even better for it in the years to come. And this community will always be around to support you and other people like you as we go forward and make sure that this is the #1 business school in the country for entrepreneurship. I don't know if you know that. Is it 4 or 5 years in a row? I don't know. We're going to retire the trophy 5 years in a row. We mean to do that over and over again. And of course, we couldn't do it without all of you. If you don't know, Rice is Moonshot University. 62 years ago, President John F. Kennedy stood in Rice Stadium about 300 yards from where we are today and talked about achieving impossible things and about having the boldness and the courage to do so. I see that spirit in each and every one of you, and I hope you carry it forward. Best of luck. You're going to have the time of your life. You're not going to sleep, but you know what? You can sleep later. It'll be there for you. Thanks for everything. Thanks for everyone in the competition, and we look forward to a fantastic set of 42 60-second pitches. Thank you, Brad, for all you guys do, and good luck, everybody.
And I'd like to introduce the last of the welcomers tonight. Brad Richards has become a fixture at this competition. He was a judge in 2002. That means he did something, he overslept the first year, but he's made it the last 23 years. Brad Richards from Haynes & Boone. To give you his welcome tonight, please welcome Brad Richards.
Thank you, Brad. I have failed a lot. And you're probably asking yourself, why would Brad invite someone who's failed so much to speak? I'd like to think it's probably just so he looks good by comparison, maybe not. Let me count the ways. I was waitlisted to the college of choice, Yale. I was waitlisted to my first law school of choice, Georgetown. I didn't get an offer from the law firm that I wanted to go work for in Cleveland, Ohio. And then when I came up for partner the first time at Baker Botts, I didn't make partner. I felt like a failure. I should have succeeded. But let me tell you the rest of the story. So instead of going to Yale, I went to Brown University. Instead of going to Georgetown, I went to a public law school where I ended up without much debt getting out of law school. Because I didn't go to Cleveland, I came to the great city of Houston, Texas. and ended up at a fantastic law firm of Haynes & Boone, where I've been for over 30 years. And because I went to Haynes & Boone, I was given the opportunity to lead the London office, which we started, and become its managing partner, where I served for 4.5 years. And Brad Burke has let me stand up here and give opening remarks for 19 years. I feel successful. But this isn't about me tonight. This is about each one of you. You get to write your story. You get to decide for yourselves, what does it mean to be a success? And let me tell you, these judges, these are incredible opportunities here. You get to decide for yourself. Go out there, be successful. Good luck to everyone.
Thanks, Brad. And let me say a word of thanks to our supporters and our sponsors. We have over 100 individuals and firms that make this competition possible, make it possible for us to offer over $1 million in prizes. I'd love to stand here for the next 30 minutes and name everyone by name, but you guys would be out to the reception and out for dinner if I did that. But how about one more round of applause for all the sponsors and supporters? And many of you know who've been here a while, when we got up to about $1 million in prizes, we said, look, we've got to have somebody oversee to make sure that we certify the results, and so we did. So PKF Texas, which is one of the most entrepreneurial firms and supporter of small and medium businesses in this region, said they would do that. So the folks at PKF Texas spend 3 days with us when they should be getting ready for the April 15th tax return date. But we appreciate that. So how about a round of applause to the folks at PKF Texas? And mostly, I want to say a huge thanks to our team. We expanded our team. I won't go into the details, but we were 10 folks for the last 10 years or so, and now, as of some changes in January, we've taken on some things, and now we're a group of about 20. And those are the folks that are doing the heavy lifting. I just get up here and talk to you. Please, a big round of applause for the Rice Alliance staff. I'm going to give you a couple numbers real quick, and one number is $6.1 billion. That's the amount of money raised by prior competitors at the Rice Business Plan competition. So with this field of great startups we have this year, I'm sure we'll be at $7.1 billion next year. So we're relying on you guys to be a big success. In total, we've had 288 successful startups. Every year, the logos on this chart get smaller, and that's terrific. We've had 59 exits, that's 54 acquisitions, and 5 publicly traded companies that when they went public, their valuation was over $5 billion. I'm not sure it's still $5 billion, but the market's been tough. But we've had tremendous success, and we hope that you guys have the same kind of success going forward. And we're going to stay in touch with you because every year you're going to hear from us, and we're going to ask you how you're doing, how many people do you have, how much money have you raised, and we hope that you come back and tell us every year how you're doing, and that you come back to the competition. So we have a number of past competitors who are back here this year, and some of those are judges as well. So let me give you my elevator pitch for all of you, just to make sure we're on the level playing field of what happens in the competition. So here's my 60-second elevator pitch, but you don't have to time me because I'm going to probably go long. But here's what we got. We've got tomorrow, we have the first round of competition. We have 7 flights of 6 teams each, so 7 times 6 is 42. Each from the first round tomorrow, the top 2 teams in each flight will go on to the semifinal round, and the overall number 3 team will go on. So 7 flights times 2 is 14, plus the top 3rd place team means we'll have 15 teams in the semifinal round on Saturday morning. Next, the teams that don't go on to the semifinal round will go on to the wild card round. But the benefit of that, or the positive around that, is that one of those wild card teams will advance straight to the final round. So the team that finishes best in the wild card round will go on to the finals. So it's important to focus on having that golden ticket to the finals. Now, so in the semifinal round, we have 3 flights of 5 in the semifinal round. Those 2 teams from each flight will go on to the finals. That's 2 times 3 is 6, plus the team that came from the wild card round is 7. So on Saturday afternoon, from noon to 4, we'll have the 7 finalist teams compete. And the last thing or footnote I'd say is, Every year at the awards banquet on Saturday night, we have teams that don't even make it to the semifinals and walk away with $100,000 or $25,000. So I can almost guarantee you that some of you on Saturday afternoon will be like, man, I didn't make it to the finals. And then Saturday night, they'll be like, oh, but I got $100,000 I'm going home with. So we have a lot of special prizes that can go to anyone in the competition. So be on your game for the entire time. Now, in total, we have over 80 prizes totaling $1.3 million. We have 42 teams competing. So what that means is every team at the competition is guaranteed to take home cash. Whether you finish first or you finish last, you are guaranteed to take home money depending upon how you finish in the competition and in the wildcard round. All right, so with that, it's my pleasure to kick off the Mercury Fund elevator pitch competition. And this is for judges, so I'm going to do the logistics for the judges. And here it is. These are the instructions for the judges. Hopefully you all know this, but I'm going to go through this very quickly. Judges, you need to log in through a browser to the judging platform. You should go to the email address that shows on the bottom of that screen, the URL, sorry, not email address, the URL at the bottom of that screen. You can put in your email address, say that you forgot your password unless you know it, but if you're like me, you don't know what your password is, put in your password and it'll send you a password so that you can log in. Do not click on create a team account because judges, you're not a team. So go and to be able to log in, put your email address and get your password. Once you're in, you want to click on the round that says elevator pitch round because that's what we're about to have. So the second step once you get in is to click on the elevator pitch round, and then you will begin to see the teams that are going to be competing in the order that they're going to compete. And the teams, you guys are in the order as you know that you are going to present your elevator pitch. So judges, what you need to do as you go through, as each team pitches, you need to score that team. So otherwise, there's a tendency to want to take a bunch of notes and then come back later, but there is going to be no later. And it's going to be hard to remember team number 2 when you're on team number 25. So score each team as you go through. Now you can revise your score if you want, if you're inclined, you can revise your score up until when we finish. And when we finish, you need to submit your ratings. So judges, at the very end, we get to the last team, you want to submit your ratings, and once you do that, your ratings are final. The scores are uploaded, and there's nothing else to do. No changes are allowed. We will keep the judging platform open about 10 minutes after the last team presents. So judges, you'll have about 10 minutes to finalize your scores, but if you're scoring as we go, it ought to be pretty fast. And that's it. Those are the instructions for the judges. Hopefully you can get in and you don't have a problem with the scoring. With that, I'm so pleased to introduce Samantha Lewis, a partner with the Mercury Fund. Samantha was in your seats not too long ago. She was a competitor at the 2017 Rice Business Plan competition. So she was sitting where you are, had a startup that she was pitching at the competition, ended up taking the position as the very first managing director of the Goose Capital Group, did that for a couple of years, and is now a partner with the Mercury Fund. So even you can pivot in your career and end up in a good spot. Help me give the last big Houston welcome to Samantha Lewis.
Hi everyone, as Brad said, I have competed, I have interned at this competition, and I have also judged it. So RBPC is very special, has a very special place in my heart. And just spoiler, I did not win RBPC, so I had to find something else to do with my career, and so here I am. So welcome everybody. Mercury is an early stage venture capital fund. We invest in software founders outside of the coastal hubs. So as most of y'all probably know, because you have been preparing meticulously for this, the elevator pitch competition rules. One of the most important rules is that you only have 60 seconds. If you go over 60 seconds, I will have to get on this mic and interrupt you. So please don't think I'm rude if I do that. It's for everyone to be fair. If you are the next presenter, please come and stand just over to the side here or there so that we can move pretty quickly. And that's about it. Anything else I'm missing?
Yeah, one thing is, now, you should be sitting behind your name tent if you are a competitor at the competition. It looks like there are 3 startup entrepreneurs that are not behind their name tents. And so if you're not behind your name tent, you're not in the right place. So come on down. And I hate to embarrass somebody, but you should be sitting behind your name tent. Catherine asked me to remind you of that.
Okay, so we're about to get started. Just remember, you're on an elevator with me or my colleagues over here, Blair and Devin, and you have 60 seconds to tell us what you're doing, what your startup does, and try to get us to be interested in taking a meeting or invest in your company. So channel that energy and let's get started. First up, MineMe. Oh yes, please pay attention to that so I don't have to interrupt everybody.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
As I've grown more familiar with the internet, it's grown more familiar with me, personalizing my browsing experience. But it frustrated me that I had no control over what data of mine was being shared in the process, nor was I being compensated for it, despite the data brokerage market being valued at over $240 billion today. At the same time, enterprises are struggling to connect with their own customers amidst declining data quality. MineMe is solving both of these problems by building a data brokerage marketplace where users and enterprises can win. When a user joins MineMe, they decide what data they're willing to share and with whom. Based on their preferences, we aggregate and anonymize data across users into macro data sets, along with key customer insights that companies can license for a fee. In return, users directly receive a portion of the profits from these data sets. With MineMe, users reclaim control and compensation for their information. Thank you.
Perfect timing. Thank you. Samtracs, you're up next. And if you are Overture Games, will you come and stand on deck over here?
Well, this is how we build solar farm these days. Panels on our heads, tubes on our shoulders, massive workforce on site, putting everything together, piece by piece, one bolt at a time. Good evening, everybody. My name is Ahmed Abdullah, founder and CEO of Samtracs. We have created a tracking system that will allow the whole solar farm to be built robotically on site. Our protected solution will cut labor costs by 50% and reduce a typical build out of a solar farm from 6 months to 2 months. Integrated to our hardware is a protected industry first intra-hour generative AI software that monitor the skies, predict the cloud formation for the next hour, and then rotate the panels to capture more light and provide energy forecast. We can make this a $4 billion company in 4 years if you join us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Overture Games.
I'm Steven. I was burned out when I got to major music in college. I lost all of my motivation to even pick up that instrument that's sitting across the room from me, and I'm not alone. Ezra is one of our users who also struggled with the same problem. I couldn't even pick up his guitar. Instead, he scrolls on social media until 2 a.m. every single weekend. And we are not alone. Over 90% of music students quit before they finish high school. We're Overture Games, where we are Guitar Hero, meet Duolingo. We build audio-responsive video games where students play with real instruments and we provide live feedback for them, and it works. That same K Ezra practiced one level 947 times. On top of it, we have seen an 88% increase in lesson preparation for students. We recently graduated from the Techstars Chicago program, where we increased our user retention up to 5 times. So join us today and let's change the future of music education. Thank you.
And now we have NutriAI.
In the past couple of years, there hasn't been a day when I haven't seen yet another scary statistic about diabetes, obesity, or other such diseases. Did you know 1 in 3 people in the United States is pre-diabetic? That's over 97 million people, and the numbers just keep going up. These people have to completely overhaul their lifestyle and change their relationship with their food. Instead, what if I could give you a solution where you could take out your phone, click a picture of your food, and voila, you have accurate caloric information right at your fingertips. Now, instead of going out there and building yet another MyFitnessPal or Weight Watchers, what we're going to do is provide our engine, our technology, to the millions of people already on these platforms. With patented technology coming right out of Tufts University, we can solve this problem in a way no one else can. We've combined groundbreaking AI research with a precise caloric database built by the Friedman School of Nutrition. NutriAI aims to reshape the future of nutrition analysis one bite at a time. Thank you.
And now LiQuidium.
The lithium extraction industry has a waste problem. At LiQuidium, we are revolutionizing direct lithium extraction by increasing throughput while substantially decreasing that waste and keeping costs down. We help aspiring lithium producers, starting with geothermal operators, to produce a high-quality lithium carbonate from their lithium-containing brines. The enabling technology is a membrane module with a high density of functional sites that are specifically designed to transport lithium and only lithium through their nano-sized pores. Our patent-pending membrane fabrication technology is highly scalable to keep costs low. And our team are membrane separation science experts located just down the street at the University of Houston, where we're plugged into the energy innovation ecosystem. LiQuidium will contribute to a sustainable energy transition by unlocking new sources of this valuable resource.
Thank you. And now for Icorium.
Thank you. Take a moment. Consider all the ways that you used refrigerants today, whether it was taking a cold drink out of the fridge or being in this air-conditioned room tonight. Refrigerants impact our daily lives more than we know. And they're critical materials that are used in countless applications. But due to their high global warming potential, which is thousands of times more potent than CO2, they are being phased out. And more than this, legislation for the first time ever is requiring that recycled refrigerant be used in new equipment starting in 2028. There is currently no technology in this market to meet the market demand. Icorium Engineering Company has developed refrigerant separation technology that is able to recycle over 95% of the recovered refrigerant and put it back into the market. This allows us to capture that need. We are first to market with our technology, and we are able to disrupt the refrigerant reclaim industry and create a circular economy for refrigerants.
Thank you. And now we have Palanquin Power.
There's an old saying, to make money in a gold rush, sell shovels. If you listen to my competitors' pitches today, you might be able to tell that our gold rush of the moment is AI. But what about the shovels? Well, in 2022, American data centers alone used 200 billion kilowatt hours of electricity. That corresponds to about 4% of all power generation in the US that year. And these numbers are only expected to grow with rapid deployment of power-hungry AI technologies. Palanquin Power is positioned on the right side of this trend. We're building the world's most efficient server power delivery systems so that we can save large data centers millions of dollars and make sure every watt they pay for goes to their critical IT infrastructure. We're raising a $500,000 pre-seed round to build a demo unit to de-risk our technology to commercial partners. Thank you.
And welcome Side Coach Sports.
I'm Luke Carroll, co-founder of Side Coach Sports, which is a platform that connects college athletes to youth athletes for private lessons. Many of you may not know, but most college athletes aren't on full scholarship and have to find a way to financially support themselves. When I was a baseball player at the University of Oklahoma, I started giving private lessons. After building up my client list, I thought I could hardly keep up with demand. And I thought to myself, why isn't every college athlete doing this? And I came to, there's two main barriers. One, it's extremely hard for the college athletes to connect with the local youth athletes. And two, once you're connected with the local youth athletes, it's extremely difficult to facilitate these lessons. I found myself spending more time communicating back and forth than actually giving lessons. So that's why we developed Side Coach Sports, a platform that eliminates both these barriers. After launching in November of 2023, we currently have over 250 active users.
Thank you. And now Protein Pints.
Who here loves ice cream? Yeah, me too. I grew up in a small town in West Michigan called Hudsonville, and I grew up eating ice cream almost every single day. But as I got older, I stopped eating it. I got involved in things like sports and weightlifting, and I wanted foods that were gonna help me improve my health and build muscle. So I tried protein products like shakes and bars. The problem was, I didn't like the taste, so I didn't eat them. But because of that, I wasn't reaching my health goals or building muscle. And I really missed my favorite childhood treat, ice cream. That's why I created Protein Pints, high protein, low sugar, delicious ice cream. So you and I can eat ice cream every single day again, just like when we were kids.
And now MesaQuantum.
Precision timing is not just important, it's absolutely critical. From coordinating global financial transactions to ensuring our military can execute their missions with an unmatched level of effectiveness, precision timing underpins virtually every aspect of our modern life. However, current timing solutions lack the precision, reliability, and resilience necessary to meet the demands of our increasingly technology-dependent society. That's where we come in. At MesaQuantum, we're developing the most precise chip-scale clocks using quantum technology. Not only will it improve the accuracy of data collected for seismic surveys and oil and gas exploration, it will enable a broader adoption of autonomous vehicles in the air, ground, and sea. Our chip-scale quantum clocks will be a game changer in industries worldwide. And at MesaQuantum, we hope you will join us to change the times.
Thank
no
you.
pun intended.
And now Airs ML.
I'm Pratik, and I have a question for you. Do you know when your car will have its next breakdown? Do you know what is the cost associated with such a breakdown? When I say costs, I'm not just saying the cost of repair, but costs such as not being able to catch a flight or not being able to pitch at the RBPC. Well, now imagine that you are an aviation manufacturer, and instead of that car, you have this CNC milling machine, and it fails out of nowhere. Now, this machine is responsible for thousands of parts that you produce every day. And if it fails, the cost of failure for one factory for 1 hour is $1.34 million. My heart is racing, but thanks to the smartwatch, it's monitoring everything and I'm fine. Well, at Airs ML, we have built something similar, which is AI-powered, low-cost, data secure, and if you find this interesting, please get in touch. Thank you.
Now we have WattShift.
Hi everyone, my name is Will, founder of WattShift. Our software optimizes thermostats and soon other devices to shift energy use from peak times to off-peak times, and unlocking $59 billion of grid incentive schemes. You can think of this as the grid paying us and the homeowners to decrease demand at peak times instead of paying fossil fuel power plants to increase demand at those same times. It's good for the grid, it's good for society, it's good for the consumer, it's also good business. It's software, we can put it onto all the existing devices our partners have installed using existing electric grid incentive schemes we don't have to sell to utilities. We also get to take advantage of the fact that the same incentive schemes apply across device types. So we start with thermostats, but it's the same build that we have to do for water heaters, electric vehicles, all the other energy devices in somebody's home. And I worked in this space for a while. At 2 different companies, I was a product manager for an energy device. We wanted to take advantage of the incentive schemes. It's really hard. Wish we had WattShift. Thank you all.
And next up, FlowSolutions.
Here at FlowSolutions, we unlock our energy storage future. Today, only 2% of the energy storage we need by 2050 currently exists to bring on all the renewable energy storage we need and prevent blackouts. And the only technology that can fill this gap is the flow battery. However, current flow batteries have high failure rates due to poor diagnostics. Our solution is flow battery diagnostics, unlocking a $45 billion market opportunity and putting millions more batteries on the grid. With our accurate sensors and machine learning, we make flow batteries a reality. With our cross-disciplinary team, patent-pending hardware, and added value to otherwise disregarded sensor data, we are set to become the standard energy storage diagnostics as the market skyrockets to meet carbon emissions targets. We're raising $1.1 million and have our first demo set for this summer. So join us in unlocking the energy storage future.
And just a reminder, if you're up next, will you come stand on one of the corners?
I'm Alex Gardner, CEO and Chief Engineer at Limitless Aeronautics. I want to put you in the shoes of a soldier in Ukraine or any other modern combat landscape, where your biggest concern is not food, it's not water, it's about having a drone or having access to a drone, be able to protect yourself and your comrades. At Limitless Aeronautics, we're bringing the future of unmanned aerial technologies directly in the hands of today. Our technology, Hive 2, is a 4-pound universal UAV system that integrates novel swarm technologies, can be launched out of any 60 through 80 millimeter tube launch platform, including its own ruggedized casing, and has applications both commercial and defense organizations based on the wide diverse of software packages that we could provide. Join us in a limitless future of unmanned aerial vehicles. Thank you.
And now Vita Innovations.
With over 90% of emergency rooms reporting overcrowded conditions, the patient narratives of being unseen, unmonitored, and unheard have become frustrating realities. And it's getting worse with rampant nursing shortages, overcrowding, and 32% error rates in triage. That's why at Vita Innovations, we created an AI designed to be your advocate throughout your entire ER journey. By using the hours of downtime to capture essential information and provide decision support and continuous monitoring, we ensure that every patient receives the right care at the right time. As a healthcare operator from Stanford, my team and I aren't just imagining a better ER experience, we're making it a reality, providing over $8 million in potential ROI per hospital. So if you envision a future where every patient in the ER is seen, heard, and attended, join us at Vita Innovations, where we turn wait times into lifelines.
And now we have Power to Polymers.
Good evening. 100 years from now, we will all be gone. All that will be left of us are our bones and the chemicals coming out of cans like this one. Along with fixing your squeaky hinges, these chemicals cause cancer and last forever. Forever chemicals have been linked to 6.5 million deaths in the last 20 years in the United States alone. My name is Lily from Power to Polymers, and we own the technology to solve this problem, including 8 patents. We can cut polymers in the same way that CRISPR can cut genome sequences, allowing us to tailor polymers perfectly to their application without forever chemicals. We've secured $3 million from the German government, and we're here to raise $2 million to go after the $100+ billion lubricant market. So help us slide into good returns for you while we make lubricants free of forever chemicals. Forever.
Yeah, Simp is using the mic.
Hello everyone, my name is Job Brown Start II, and I'm a simp. Simp was born out of personal struggle. After I got cheated on twice and catfished, when I got catfished, me and the lady linked up and she didn't look like she looked online. So I made my own dating app. Raise your hand if you ever used a social media app. Okay, put your hands down. Now raise your hand if you ever used a dating app. Okay, I know you guys are lying because 50% of Americans use dating apps. So we made the first ever social plus dating app. Right now, Simp Now, we have over 35,000 users, and let's take a sip now, everyone. That's a live photo, meaning that it's not no static photo. It means no one can catfish you with no Photoshop. Not just that, did you know catfish is a $600 million problem? Raise your hand if you've ever been catfished. A lot of you guys are lying because 20% of male been catfished 5 times, just like me. We have anti-catfish technology. Each profile is verified on the account before you even get on, and you can even schedule a date the same way you schedule meetings. Simp Now is just a kid from Chicago. Thank you. Also, I'm so happy that we met. Buy Simp Now, merch now.
Hi, I'm Evelyn, co-founder and CEO of TouchStone. We're living in a silent STD epidemic, where 76% of people using dating apps have STDs, and it's responsible for adding more than 2 million new STD infections every day. And it causes the American healthcare system more than $20 billion in direct medical costs every year. With our initial product offering, the TouchStone Passport, we'll be tackling the greatest problem within sexual health, STD testing. The TouchStone Passport is an API integration within popular dating apps that offers the convenience to share universally verified STD test results through a verification badge directly visible on a user's dating app profile, similar to a blue verified checkmark on Twitter, removing the uncomfortable STD conversation. We also streamline access to at-home STD testing as a proactive solution rather than a reactive one, making it cheaper when users need it most. We already have commitment to launch on some of the largest dating apps in Q3 and have access to an initial user base of 25 million users. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we have Particle In.
Up until now, we've been burning fossil fuels and polluting the air that we breathe. That's why the Department of Energy is pushing our country to move on to a cleaner fuel, green hydrogen. When you burn it, the only byproduct is pure water vapor. However, green hydrogen industry is facing a big challenge with the high cost of precious metals that inherently are required to produce it, and they make up 40% of their capex. I am proud to announce that Particle N has developed a patent-pending technology that can reduce that cost by 90% with no compromise in the performance. We meet DOE's 2032 target today while maintaining a 50% profit margin. This means that we don't have to wait another 8 years to have a clean fuel system. We can have it today in 2024. Join us in shaping the future of clean energy in this country with Particle N. Thank you.
Good job. And now Dendritic Health AI.
Hi, my name is Alex Otikno, and I'm the head of AI at Dendritic Health. The biggest problem in medical education today is the absolutely absurd amount of medical knowledge medical students have to master. Did you know that the amount of medical knowledge in the world is estimated to double every 2 months? Despite this, our learning resources have not changed. They are non-adaptive, lack personalization, and are time-consuming to use. Who wants to spend hours creating flashcards just to have the opportunity to study? Yuck! Based on our own experiences as medical students, we created NeuroConsult, a novel AI-powered medical education platform designed to make learning engaging, efficient, and personalized. This is a $2 billion market globally, and we have all the tools that medical students love, including automated flashcard creation, unlimited question banks, and AI-powered patient simulations. In the last month alone, we have had over 3,000 users use our site, nearly triple the prior month, and we're working to scale. We're raising $350,000 in pre-seed funding to bring NeuroConsult to the next level. Thank you.
Thank you. And now CurveAssure.
Back pain is one of the leading global causes of disability. I'm sure many of you know those who suffer with back pain or have had a back surgery. The crazy part, up to 17% of spine surgeries are completely unnecessary. That's crazy. Spine surgeries unnecessary? I'm Evan Haas, CEO of CurveAssure, and our team of business leaders, clinicians, and engineers are tackling the #1 problem in spine care today with a data-driven approach to patient assessment to give tools back to the providers to select the right patient and the right intervention. We're currently in a 40-patient trial at Johns Hopkins with our system, and our data is looking so good that we've already made 4 sales pre-FDA for our system for clinical studies and providers doing studies with our system. We are CurveAssure, and we're making sure every patient gets the right intervention the first time. Thank you.
And now Korion Health.
Hi, I'm Anna. I'm an engineer and an MD PhD student going into emergency medicine, and my mission in life is to make myself obsolete. I will take a step back. For those who don't know, we are at a 20-year low in life expectancy in the US, largely driven by preventable causes such as heart and lung disease. Why? Well, many people face barriers to physically making it into the clinic. Telemedicine helps, but is still very limited by the lack of ability to conduct a remote physical exam, hence missed screenings and increased ER costs. We founded Korion Health with the dream of breaking down these barriers and providing simple and affordable home healthcare monitoring tools for anyone to use. We have built an electronic stethoscope and paired it with a guided interface for use so that anyone can check on their heart and lung health even if they can't make it to a clinic. Our goal is to market ourselves as an ultra-patient-centered telemedicine augmentation tool to increase outpatient monitoring and decrease the $32 billion burden of unnecessary emergency care. With backing from the American Heart Association, a $1 million letter of intent from a telemedicine company, and a company-owned patent, all we need is your support to bring us to FDA clearance and enter the market. Thank you.
Thank you. And ProPika.
Good evening. I'm Angel Treat, CTO of ProPika. Many of us fly for travel, but at what cost to the environment? Aviation fuels are one of the top 10 contributors to greenhouse gas emissions. Because of this, government goals and mandates are forcing fuel producers to switch to sustainable aviation fuels, which reduce these emissions by up to 94%. While they are being produced today, we are at less than 2% of the expected 2030 demand. The problem is there isn't enough supply of the spent oils used to produce these fuels. Our solution is a patented catalytic membrane reactor that unlocks the use of 1 billion tons of agricultural waste that our customers wouldn't have access to otherwise. We are currently validating the technology and plan to be at demonstration scale by the end of 2025. We are seeking $1 million for 20% equity, and this will go towards scaling the technology. At ProPika, we have the right people with the right tech at the right time to build a cleaner, greener, and greater future. Thank you.
And now HydroPhos Solutions.
Phosphorus. This finite nutrient required for all life forms is running out.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, no need to freak out, Matt. We have a solution. HydroPhos Solutions is developing an advanced filtration system to catch wasted phosphorus from wastewater so it can be used again in fertilizer. Our target 90% absorption capacity will allow us to recover and sell phosphorus at a 46% margin. We're currently completing our lab tests, and we aim to deploy our pilot in New Hampshire at a wastewater treatment plant in 2025. Currently in the US, we're expected to run out of phosphorus in just 30 years. But with HydroPhos Solutions, there is no end in sight. Join us to save our phosphorus supply. Not to be too dramatic about it, but our lives depend on it. Thank you.
Welcome to CureWave Sciences.
Imagine going about your everyday knowing that a simple misstep or a tight-fitting shoe could spiral into a life-altering wound. For over 10 million patients in the US, this is a constant fear for chronic wounds. In fact, they know that they're at an unacceptably high risk of amputation or even death. At CureWave Sciences, we're on a mission to end that by making groundbreaking advancements in patient outcomes, quality of life, and cost savings. For the first time, we can combine insulin and stem cell therapy into a hydrogel dressing for wound healing. This is going to result in dramatically reduced wound closure times, as well as eliminate the need for frequent dressing changes. As this technology moves towards human clinical trials, join us in revolutionizing wound care and making it easier for patients to receive the care they need.
Thank you. And next up, we have Kiwi Charge.
Uber, Apple, and Apple.
3 companies that challenge assumptions and revolutionize the industries by doing so. Today, we're going to do the same for the EV charging space. Let me ask you, who said charging infrastructure has to be fixed? Fixed chargers are costly, unreliable, and they don't scale, contributing to the current gap within charging infrastructure. And did you know that fixed chargers are only utilized 20% of the time? What if we can triple that number? We'll need 1/3 of the number of chargers to meet this EV revolution. Hello everyone, my name is Abdel Ali, and I'm the founder of Kiwi Charge. We are a charging as a service robotics startup, and we're developing an autonomous charger that's able to navigate the parking lot and charge your vehicle wherever you're parked. It's basically like a smart Roomba that automatically connects to the vehicle without human intervention. With 1 unit, we're able to electrify an entire parking lot, and with 1 unit, we'll be able to charge your vehicle wherever it is. Join us in disrupting this $54 billion industry. Thank you.
Imagine this. You have a brain tumor. The good news, it's completely removable. The bad news, it's sitting right on top of your optic nerves. One small mistake from the surgeon, you're left completely blind. I bet that might make you a little nervous, right? Now imagine if the surgeon says he's going to perform the procedure while juggling. That might be shocking to you, but that's just what happens in just about every surgical specialty. They might have to juggle between suction, retraction, and their primary operating instrument, constantly switching between them. And sometimes, while operating and juggling between them, they make a mistake, hurting the patient. My name is Ben. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Malleous. We developed a novel surgical instrument that combines suction and retraction tools into one device, eliminating the need to switch instruments while allowing surgeons to operate 40% faster, which improves patient outcomes and saves hospital systems hundreds of millions of dollars annually. Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm Perry Backus, the CEO and co-founder of Oxylus Energy. We've created the first reactor that can directly, in 1 step, reverse combustion. I know, it sounds kind of crazy, and the first thing I learned as a renewable energy developer is that fossil fuels are bad. But the reality is that hydrocarbons are useful. Every plane, every boat, every plastic, every chemical needs hydrocarbons. Folks in the carbon to value supply chain will tell you that they can take CO2 that's captured and turn it into something useful immediately. But what they're actually talking about is making an intermediate process that needs hydrogen and high heat and high pressure, low efficiency, high cost. You can see where I'm going. Now, Oxylus Energy has created an electrolyzer that takes CO2 and water, the outputs of combustion, and makes liquid fuels and oxygen. This is the first of a kind reactor, and this isn't science fiction. We built 7 of these reactors and raised $100,000, and we're in the middle of a $4 million Series Seed raise. Thank you.
And now Blaze Power.
Most people think that EVs are the future, right? What's stopping us from getting there? EVs have 2 main problems right now. They're expensive, and range anxiety is a major issue. EVs are expensive because the batteries that go into EVs are expensive, and these batteries are made up of toxic and high-risk materials that are complex to manufacture, like nickel and cobalt. At Blaze Power, we are eliminating nickel and cobalt from batteries, and we are incorporating cheaper and widely available materials, slashing the battery costs by half. And this is a more sustainable manufacturing process, and the carbon emissions are almost 3 times lower. This is a $300 billion industry, and we've gained significant traction in the last couple of years. We have LOIs from scale producers, and we are raising a $3 million seed round to set up a pilot facility. So if you are a battery maker or an EV automobile manufacturer, reach out to us. Together, we can power a greener future. Thank you.
Welcome, Dialysis Innovations.
Well, thank you so much. Have you ever poked a straw through the back of a Capri Sun? It is messy. Now, imagine yourself at the MD Anderson emergency room or at a dialysis clinic getting life-saving blood-cleaning therapy, and a needle punctures through the back of the vein. That is not only messy, but that's painful. And unfortunately, that happens more than 2 million times annually and costs over $1 billion a year. And hence, that is a big problem. Me, as a kidney doctor and co-founder of Dialysis Innovation, have come up with a novel, patent-pending smart needle that reduces injury and ensures safety. And one other thing, we can use this beyond dialysis in the pediatric IV space and also in other intravenous therapies. All we ask to take it to the next stage is $1 million, and that's why Dialysis Innovation converts pain to promise. Thank you for your support today.
Welcome, Somnair. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. G'day, everyone. Obstructive sleep apnea is a growing global epidemic, affecting 54 million Americans and 1 billion people worldwide. More than simple snoring, it is a deadly disease, characterized by repeated episodes of suffocation during sleep. Left untreated, it doubles risk of stroke, heart attack, and diabetes, and costs the US economy $150 billion every single year. As an ENT surgeon, I have experienced firsthand the heartbreak of telling patients that the CPAP that they can't tolerate and the surgery that they can't have because it's too invasive means that they have no other option. But not for long. Introducing Somnair, the first clinically effective, completely non-invasive neurostimulation device for obstructive sleep apnea. That's a mouthful. Our device has recently been validated in a world-first clinical trial at the Johns Hopkins Hospital, where we've been able to show that our device can open the airway and restore airflow to the lungs, just what every sleeping patient needs. Please join us in bringing an end to ineffective treatments for obstructive sleep apnea. Thank you very much.
And now NaviAI.
Hi, so every day, 50 million presentations are created, mainly from like doing a company meeting report or an investor pitch deck, like what we are doing right now. Yes, and so remarkably, students and office workers contribute 90% to all of this number with an average preparation time of 10 hours per week. So now, can you imagine a tool that transforms all of the hours into just a few minutes? So welcome to NaviAI, an AI virtual assistant for content creation and presentation. You tell us what you need, like from searching for information, analyzing data, or generating even 100 slides. All it takes is just a single prompt, like what you interact with ChatGPT or Copilot right now. Yes, so we are targeting in both individuals and businesses. For businesses, we also offer them the solution to also utilize their internal data and data security, contrasting with external platforms like other tools like Copilot or ChatGPT. And with NaviAI, we are shaping the future of how content is created and managed. Thank you.
And now Mili Llama.
Hi, everyone. My name is Vince, and I'm the business development intern for Mili Llama. Mili Llama is basically an end-to-end tech platform that connects college students with K-12 schools to be substitute teachers. There's a massive shortage of substitute teachers that's been plaguing the US for years now, and it's been exacerbated by COVID-19. Mili Llama not only solves this problem, but also goes on to put college students in the classroom as like potential future educators. We vet, we background check, and we train subs, giving schools a new pool of substitute teachers in addition to a fully integratable technology platform that handles the scheduling, taking the administrative burden off of schools. We basically are taking advantage of the flexibility of college student schedules and giving them a way to earn money and gain experience for their resumes. Yeah, so thank you, and join us if you want to be a substitute teacher for schools around your local college. Thank you.
And welcome EndoShunt Medical.
Thank you. So what if the person to your left were to stab you in the stomach right now? It's a scary thought, but what would happen is you'd be rushed to the nearest ER, where a surgical team would race through your abdomen, desperately trying to find the damage before you died from the blood loss. Unfortunately, they lose this race against time 5,000 times a day across the globe. My name is Michael Finhenry. My team of MIT and Harvard-trained engineers, trauma surgeons, and McKinsey consultants invented a device to solve this problem. EndoShunt allows trauma surgeons to shunt blood past injured blood vessels while continuing flow to the rest of the body. We're currently gearing up for FDA clearance, and we need your help to raise the next round of funding and begin saving lives. Thank you so much. We look forward to connecting later tonight.
And now Sanford Medical.
Atherosclerosis is a confusing and complicated disease, but imagine there is a tool that could simplify this intricate and complex disease into something visual and tangible. At Sanford Medical, we are doing exactly that by creating a platform that creates 3D models that a physician can explore to treat and diagnose the disease. For cardiologists, this means, oh man, it's been a long day, hasn't it? Oh. Sorry, no. For cardiologists, this means a remarkable improvement in their diagnostic accuracy and a way to personalize treatment plans. Now, for the patient, this translates into a better understanding of their condition and a greater confidence in their treatment options. We are not just selling a product, no. We are offering a new perspective into heart health, a window that empowers physicians to treat heart attacks with a more personalized touch. Join us as we keep humanity's heart beating strong. Thank you for your time.
And welcome Osphim.
Good evening. Cars, medical devices, and toys like this lightsaber have parts that have one thing in common. They're made out of plastics and manufactured in a process called injection molding. But today's injection molding processes are massively inefficient. Trial and error in setup, slow production, and waste cost companies time, quality, and profits, estimated at $80 billion. Hi, I'm Luisa, CEO of Osphim from RWTH in Germany. Our proprietary AI integrated solution finds the optimal machine settings for all injection molding machines. Pilot trials with our customers has resulted in an improvement of yield of 25%. That's $20 billion, if my math is correct. A grant of $1 million from the German government got us started. We are here to raise $3.5 million to accelerate our growth. Please join our enterprise, and may the Osphim force be with you. Thank you.
Oxox.
Cool, will do. I have a confession to make. My feet reek. They've always reeked. I want you to raise your hand if you or someone you know have feet that smell like Limburger cheese, an onion, or when you're sitting on an airplane and you know someone took their shoes off. That's why we created Oxox, the best socks ever created that don't stink. Now, for the first time, your room is safe, your locker is safe, and your minivan is safe from these obnoxious smells with Oxox. Why pay more than $18 for therapy when you can just get a pair of these bad boys? Yes, we've really saved a marriage in Wyoming. Who wants a pair?
Hexaspec.
Hi, everyone. I'm the CEO and co-founder at Hexaspec. We unlock future computing power by making the chips more thermally conductive. Nowadays, hundreds of layers of transistors are being packed on the small chips for higher computing power. This generates a lot of heat, but the poor heat management of the outdated chips packaging have not changed in over 60 years. That's even before Houston put a man on the moon. And latest GPU from NVIDIA features 208 billion transistors on a cracker-sized chip, which costs 60% more heat compared with our last year's model. This is only going to get worse with the rise of AI. Hexaspec offers sustainable, novel, and organic feeders for next-generation chips packaging. We can help chips run cooler, cool faster, reduce energy consumption by 30%, and also allow 10% more transistors for each chip design. We're Hexaspec. Join us as we help the chips beat the heat.
Did you know that there are 19 million diabetic patients in the United States that suffer from loss of sensation in their feet? This causes undetected ulcers and bone deformities that ultimately leads to amputations. In addition, there are costs for insurance companies, which is over $15 billion due to multiple surgeries, physical therapy, and as well as wound care caused by diabetic amputations. My name is Saishri. I'm a former scientist at India's CDC, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of D.Sole. At D.Sole, we offer remote patient monitoring foot insoles that provides clinicians with real-time data-driven insights into their patients' feet so they can intervene at the right time with the right treatments in diabetic patients. Our approach reduces foot complications by 93% and costs for insurance by an estimated $8 billion annually. Thank you.
Thank you. And Paradigm Robotics.
By the time I finish this pitch, one U.S. firefighter will have been injured or killed searching for humans in a burning building. Firefighters nationwide are exposed to life-threatening situations while conducting search and rescue in structural fires. This problem has never been solved until today. Introducing Firebot, the world's first high-temperature resistant, remotely controlled, unmanned search and rescue robot designed to enter burning buildings and other hazardous environments and efficiently search for signs of human life and provide life-saving, mission-critical situational awareness. Firebot mitigates tens of thousands of injuries, hundreds of casualties, and saves $6 billion in direct medical expenditures. We've built the world's hottest robot, innovating along 14 parallels from our rugged obstacle climbing platform to our advanced sensor fusion algorithms. Our award-winning technology unlocks thousands of use cases for our 25 partners in the firefighting, oil and gas, and insurance markets today. We're transforming robotics, building advanced and accessible solutions for the people and places that need them the most. Thank you.
And last but definitely not least, Informuta.
Every day, 5,000 people go to the hospital expecting to get better, but instead, they get a life-threatening drug-resistant infection. These infections cost hospitals $70 billion every year. We at Informuta have leveraged DNA sequencing and machine learning to develop Resistance, our software-based breakthrough diagnostic for drug-resistant infections. Resistance works by looking at the DNA of bacteria for mutational signatures. Think of it like a fingerprint. These fingerprints tell us exactly what drugs will or won't work in that infection. This patent-pending technology makes us the most comprehensive and accurate on the market, while also reducing the time to results from 5 days to just 1. We're currently raising $1.5 million, so if you're interested in learning more about how you can get a 50x ROI by 2028 while also saving countless lives, please come find us at the showcase. Thank you.
Okay, I thought all those teams did well and did really well. And a big thanks to the teams, but hang on, a big thanks to the Mercury Fund as well. There will be 6 winners for the elevator pitch competition that will be announced tomorrow night, Saturday night at the awards banquet. How about a round of applause for all the presenters and the Mercury Fund? I had a lot of things I was going to say, but I'm going to cut this short, and I'm going to tell you the judges, you've got 10 minutes now to finish your scoring and submit your scores. And when you hit submit on the scores, your scores are final. Judges, tomorrow morning, please arrive by 8:30 and leave a little extra time to park to do that. Judges, you're welcome to come, and everyone's welcome to come as early as 7:30 because we'll have a light breakfast and coffee and refreshments for folks. So you can come as early as 7:30 tomorrow. But judges, make sure you're here by 8:30 and you're in your rooms by 8:45. So arrive by 8:30, be in your rooms by 8:45. And teams, it's important that you be in front of your team, outside your team room, 10 minutes before you're set to pitch. So please arrive. You're welcome to arrive as early as you want. You're welcome to arrive at 7:30, but be sure you're in front of your rooms, outside your room where you're presenting, 10 minutes before you're set to present. And last, I want to tell you, so it is Taco Thursday tonight. It's not, we don't do this on Tuesday, so it's Taco Thursday. So we have, and it was mentioned in one of the last pitches, we now have a company showcase for all of the startups that are pitching. So we encourage all the judges and other attendees to walk around and meet with and learn more about the companies tonight before they pitch tomorrow. So the company showcase and Taco Thursday will be in the Rice Student Center, which is to my right. So how do you get there? You walk out the door about 25 feet and take a right turn, and you'll go immediately across the street into the Rice Student Center, also called the Rice Memorial Center. the company showcase, and the dinner will be there. So again, you go out this door and you go across the street. It's only about 100 feet, so it's very close. And we hope all of you join us for the company showcase and the dinner this evening. And you all show up tomorrow on time. Judges, what time do you need to be here? 8:30. I heard something else somewhere. Who said anything? Who said something other than 8:30? I know you're not going to answer. All right, and teams, when do you need to be outside your rooms? 10 minutes before you're going to present. How about one last round of applause for all the teams and the Mercury Fund and Samantha Lewis? All right. We will see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, for the first full round of competition.